Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to this media conference at St George's Park with Dom Solanke. Before we get into it, just a reminder, if we can stick to initial 3 questions per person, and if we do have time, we'll come back around to you. And just raise your hand as when you do have a question. Tim, do you want to get us underway?
Hi, Dominic.
Hi.
It's been a long wait for your second call-up. Could you just talk us through your emotions when you got that call and what this means to you and your family?
Yeah, it means so much. Worked very hard to get back to this moment. Obviously, I made my debut a long time ago now, so yeah, it's been quite a journey. But yeah, to get back here it's a great feeling for me and the family.
You had your best ever season last season at Bournemouth. Did you fear that this might never come around again, the fact that you didn't get called up last season?
No, I didn't think that wouldn't come around. It was the fact of keep doing what I'm doing and yeah, just keep playing well and scoring goals. And I always believed that I would get back here. So that was my mindset, and that's one of the things I was working towards. And yeah, I'm thankful to be back here now, and hopefully I can stay here.
You've had a good start to your Spurs career. Obviously, disappointing result at the weekend, but do you feel as though you're in a good place in terms of your form coming into this international break?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a bit frustrating that I got injured when I first joined Spurs, but I feel good now. I feel fit and ready, and we got a lot of games this season, so yeah, hopefully I can stay fit for the rest of the season and carry on how I started.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi.
As you say, it's been a long time since you've been in the England squad, and probably a long time when you're out of it. But do you feel like you're more ready than, or it's the perfect time for you to come back into it now?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like obviously when I first came, I was quite young, so I've done a lot of learning, a lot of developing and stuff. And yeah, like I said, I'm a lot more mature now, so naturally it's going to be I'm in a better position now. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I feel good in myself, and yeah, like I said, I'm just happy to be back here.
No Harry Kane in training today, which might mean there's a better chance for you to play at Wembley on Thursday. Have you thought about what it would be like to get back out on the pitch at Wembley?
Yeah, obviously that's what the dream is, to represent your country. No matter how many times, it's always the same. So yeah, hopefully I can get some minutes, but I'm just happy to be here again, and hopefully I can help the team.
You made a big money move in the summer. Have you found that hard to adjust? Every time everyone speaks about your form, they also mention the price tag.
Not really. I think it's just part of football. If I went on a free or for what I went for, I'm still going to have to perform the same way. So I think in football, it's the same really, and you just got to do the business.
Dom, hi, congratulations on your recall. Just when you were in that under-17 team, it was about, a decade ago, only you, Joe Gomez and Lewis Cook have actually gone on to get senior caps. As well as ability, what qualities do you need?
You need to be really strong mentally. I think the mental side of football is just as big these days, because there's so many ups and downs, a lot going on and off the pitch. So it's always important to stay focused and believe in yourself and keep working hard. And everyone's journey is different. You see some people have a smooth sailing career and some not as smooth. So yes, it's just about sticking with it.
When you were at Chelsea, you had players like Diego Drogba and Diego Costa, and then obviously at Liverpool you had Firmino and Mane and Mo Salah. What did you learn from those forwards? Yeah,
a lot. Obviously being around world-class forwards every day, learning, watching what they do on and off the pitch, especially when you're young and just trying to find your way. There's always bits of people's games you can take and learn from. So yeah, I'm lucky enough to been able to follow in their footsteps.
Did you keep the shirt from that Brazil game?
Yes, of course. Still got it framed in my house. One of the greatest achievements of my career. I think from when you're young and you're just playing football, you obviously want to make it, but representing your country is a whole nother level. So I'm still grateful for that moment to this day.
Gareth Southgate, after that, ahead of a friendly in Leicester against Switzerland, it really stood out to me, asked who was one of the players out of that squad now that he thought would have a big future with England. And he said, Dominic Solanke, who has performed at every age level. Do you remember him saying that to you? And is that shirt hanging up, that time you went up against Neymar, been a big mental strength, a big tool to you, and winning, of course, the Euros?
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned, everyone's journey is different. And yeah, I was in the England setup throughout all the age groups. We had great teams. We won quite a few trophies. So that was great memories. And yeah, hopefully we can do it for the seniors now as well. Be nice to win some trophies. So yeah, that's the next step for the country.
And you've been coming through the age group so long, and we've been tracking your success for so long and your quality, that people might not realise you're a year and a bit more younger than Ollie Watkins. So a lot of time to make that impact. And Neymar had a big impact on you that day, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Neymar's one of the greatest footballers to ever play the game. Yeah, someone that everyone enjoys watching, I think. Such a special player. So yeah, players like that bring joy to football.
When's Faye? And then John.
Hey Dom, great to see you.
Hi.
I'd love to know what Lee Carsley said to you when he was recalling you, and also what he said to you since you've been on camp about what he wants to see from you for this week. Yeah,
well, it was Thursday. We had an away game, so I was away, just chilling in bed, preparing for the game, and yeah, he dropped me a message just to give him a call. So yeah, it didn't take me long to pick up the phone, and yeah, called him, and I knew Cars from England under 21 days, so he's a familiar face, and yeah, he just said that he's going to put me back in, and he's been watching the games closely and seen how I've been doing. So yeah, he said he wanted to give me the opportunity to come back into the fold.
And what does he want to see from you this week?
Yeah, I think just everything that he sees at club level. He knows what I can do to help the team, and I think, yeah, we got great players all over the pitch, so we all need to do our part to help.
How frustrating has it been having to be so patient, the stuttering with the injuries and everything, and watching other players almost go ahead of you at times?
No, I think it's just part of football. I think everything happens at the right time for you. And like I keep saying, everyone's journey is different, so I wouldn't have it any other way. I feel like this is the way that had to be for me, and I feel like my game's clicking now, and I feel good in myself.
Just finally, in terms of your striker influences, following up with what Henry was saying, who else within the England setup and elsewhere have you modelled your game on?
I wouldn't really say I've modelled my game on anyone, but there's obviously great players. Obviously H, world-class player, done so well for the country for many years now. So yeah, watching him just take that onus of being the striker for the country, it's a great player to look up to.
Thanks very much.
Hi, Tom. Just wondering, specifically, what memories do you still have of that first cap, that 15, 20 minutes that you were on the field?
Yeah, I still remember quite a lot, to be fair. I was actually away with the England under 21s, and then I came up to the seniors. Had a few training sessions before the game, so I was just trying to do as well as I could to hopefully get in the manager's plans to put me on for a bit. And yeah, on game day, obviously you're on the bench just warming up, praying that you get that opportunity. And yeah, at Wembley against Brazil, there's not many better opportunities to get your debut. So yeah, still great memory.
What do you think that you have now that you didn't have back then?
Probably all the experience. Back then I was quite young, didn't have a lot of games behind me. So yeah, I've played a lot over the years since then, a lot of minutes, a lot of goals. So yeah, I feel like mentally and physically I'm obviously in a better place.
And when you scored at Old Trafford a couple of weeks ago, you probably heard Ange Postecoglou joke about how you'd come through your 180 minutes crisis of confidence before you actually got off the mark with Tottenham. Did that make you laugh? And was there a crisis of confidence, even though it was so small?
Yeah, I think that stuff doesn't really bother me when it's something like that. I think it's just a bit silly, really. I think it was like a few games, and I just come back from injury, so there was no like thought process in my mind. But I feel like sometimes that narrative is just out there and just part of the media these days. So it doesn't really bother me.
Thanks, Sean. Dan Kilpatrick, the microphone. Just through that. Thanks.
Hi, Dom. You were involved in both Spurs goals on Sunday by kind of dropping into the number 10 space, which is something obviously Harry Kane does very well. Can you just talk a little bit about that side of your game? And do you think your ability to do that makes you quite a good potential like-for-like replacement for Harry?
There's been a lot of times in my career where I've actually played in that number 10 role, so I'm quite familiar with it. And I like to get on the ball. I like to link up play as well. So it's something I've always enjoyed doing. Obviously, I'm a striker mainly, but I like to help the team and get on the ball as well.
Ange Postecoglou said several times that he feels like you're the kind of perfect fit for his Tottenham side. Can you talk about what he wants from you and what he's kind of said to you?
Yeah, he's a great manager. One of the reasons why I was so keen to join Tottenham. The way he plays definitely suits my style as well, so it's like for like. And obviously you see the way he plays is very aggressive on the front foot, very high, which I enjoy doing. I enjoy pressing. So like he said, it's a great fit.
And I wondered, during the last 7 years, have you been approached by Nigeria to play for them?
Nah.
Jack Weaver.
Hi, Dom.
Hey.
Obviously, you had a brilliant season with Bournemouth last season, but you didn't get in the England group. Do you feel like you're a better player now than you were then?
I feel like I'm improving and learning every day. Last season was a great season. I'm looking to build on that this year and hopefully I can, better that.
Do you feel like you've added anything particular to your game this season?
Not particularly, but I like to still try and learn whenever I can, adapt when I need to. The season's still early, so hopefully I can stay fit and keep improving.
And you said you worked with Lee at under 21 level. Can you just tell us a bit about what he's like as a coach? Yeah,
he's a great guy, great coach as well. Like I said, I've known him for many years now. And I think, all the boys get on well with him. It's a great group, great players and staff. So, it's a great environment to be in.
Thanks, Joe. Go back to Matt Reid there. Thank you.
Hi, Dom. I think many of us in the room will have been following your career for a very long time, and this isn't to emphasise the length of the gap between your caps, but in that early group with the Freddie Woodmans and the Patrick Roberts and the Adam Armstrongs and all those fantastic attacking and creative defensive players. A number of them have gone on to do great things. A number of them have had more challenges and are playing League One and Championship and doing well in their own way. Which of those group are you still most closely connected to? And have you had any messages from that group congratulating you for the recent call-up?
I think we all kind of still keep in touch a little bit, like some more than others, but whenever we see each other, play against each other, we'd always catch up. There's quite a few, but I think two of my closest friends on and off the pitch, Kyle Walker-Peters and Tosin, played with various age groups at England. Two of my closest friends still to this day. So, there's a lot of boys that we're still close with.
And you've had a few moves around in your career. You're now obviously settled at Tottenham. Is there anyone within this squad who would you say is the player who you have most longest term relationship with, who you know best, and who might help you to settle in?
I've known quite a few of them for a while. Not as close. I haven't been around them obviously throughout the age groups. I think other than Dean, he was my age group at England, so we spent quite a few camps together. And Esri, but he didn't quite manage to make this trip. But he's another close friend of mine.
Okay, we'll end the live section there and move into a short section Embargoed.
About last season, you obviously had an amazing year. Was it quite disappointing to not go to the Euros, and did you have any conversation with Gareth at the time?
Yeah, it was definitely something I was pushing for. But there's so many good players that can represent England. Probably one of the strongest in the world. So it's not easy to pick. And yeah, I didn't quite manage to make the squad, which I was disappointed about. But yeah, that's football.
Is that something you've been using as motivation, then, having watched the tournament and thinking maybe I could get there in the next squad? Yeah, for sure. I think, like I mentioned, it's a dream to play for your country, represent your country. So yeah, when you don't get selected, it definitely motivates you to work even harder to make the next one. And has it the process for you settling in, having been in so many different age group sides for England in the past, has it made it easier for you to come straight back into the squad after such a long absence? Yeah, definitely. There's still a lot of familiar faces here, so yeah, it's been quite easy to settle in. I knew a few of the boys as well already, so yeah, it's a great environment.
Should we go over to Tom there, and then we'll come back to Craig? Yeah. Thanks.
Hi, Dom.
Hi.
One of the things that Ange in particular has talked about at Tottenham is your pressing ability and how available you are for games. You never seem to get injured, apart from obviously the first couple of games. What's your secret, I guess?
No secret really. I just think I just enjoy working hard. I've enjoyed working hard from young, and I think yeah, in football I think it's a given really that you need to work hard these days, and I think looking after your body and all that stuff as well is a big part of football these days, especially with the amount of games that we play.
And I know you've spoken before about your love of anime for your goal celebrations. Now you're playing for England, probably not everyone is aware of it, so if you could explain the sort of background behind that, and have you thought that if you do score a goal, have you got a celebration in mind?
Yeah, I think a lot of people know that the love I have for anime. Something that I love watching, love following, so it's something that off the pitch I'm quite passionate about. And yeah, last season I did a few celebrations, and a lot of people enjoyed it, so I kind of just carried on with it. And yes, it's kind of part of what people expect me to do when I score now. So yeah, who knows?
You've got something in mind?
Not at the moment, but might think of something.
And just finally, back at Bournemouth, you obviously got relegated, which was obviously presumably a blow. But if anything, you came back stronger, and it almost, from the outside, looked like the launchpad to where you are today. In a weird way, I'm sure you wouldn't have thought of it this way at the time. But was that almost the key to your success now?
Yeah, I think it definitely played a big part. No one wants to get relegated. Everyone wants to play Premier League football. But for me, when we got relegated, I saw it as an opportunity to play every game, get minutes, and that's what happened. Because when we was in the Premier League, I didn't have a full run of games, starting every game. So for the opportunity to go do it in the Championship, just find my feet, score a lot of goals, and come back to the Premier League a different player, that definitely helped me.
Thanks, Craig.
Hi, Dominic. You're back in the squad now as a Spurs player, but last season at Bournemouth was arguably the best you've played throughout your entire career, 21 goals. Was there a feeling that, as a Bournemouth player, it was harder to get into the England squad?
Nah, I feel like it's up to the manager who he picks. I think over the years you've seen players come into the setup from any team. So, like I mentioned earlier, the squad depth is huge and for this country. So it's always going to be difficult to make the squad. That's why it's so special when you do get the call up to make the most of it.
But was moving to Spurs and the platform of European football, a bigger club, if you like, with regards to England, was that part of your thinking?
No, not really. I think obviously I wanted to move to Tottenham. It's a great club. But yeah, that side of the game comes from doing well for your club anyway. So it was just another opportunity to go and play at a high level, and yeah, I'm thankful to be back here now.
Hi, Dom. You seem to already enjoy at Spurs playing with James Maddison. You know, I mean, I can imagine he's a great supplier, a great player to play with. What does it say about this England squad that he's not in it? And have you spoken to him about that? Has he expressed his disappointments in not being able to get back into the squad?
Yeah, I've known Madders for a few years now. We shared the pitch with England throughout the youth ages. Obviously a great player, great person. And yeah, obviously everyone wants to be called up. So when you're not, you're obviously going to be disappointed. But he started the season great, and I know how motivated he is to get back into the setup. So yeah, hopefully if he carries on doing the things he is, that he'll be back in no time.
And it must say a lot about the squad that a player creative as that can't get in it. What you've already got here.
Yeah, like I mentioned, there's not many countries in the world that have the attacking depth that England do. So it's always going to be difficult to pick the limited amount of players. But like I said, James is a great player and someone that can help any team. So yeah, hopefully he can make it back.
Dom, you mentioned to Carrie that your shirt from the Brazil game was up on your wall. What did you used to think when you saw it? What was it an inspiration to sort of make it 2 caps? Was that what was going through your mind when you used to see it on your wall?
Just great memories, to be honest. And yeah, I think over the years, when I do see it, I've always thought, want to make it back there and win more caps for my country. And yeah, having something like that on the wall is definitely extra motivation.
And do you have your cap out as well?
Nah, not yet. Just the shirt's up at the moment, but I'm sure the caps will be out on display.
And just with regard to, there's been quite a few strikers since you played who've come in, and it's still Harry Kane is still, England's best first striker. How difficult a task is it going to be to sort of, displace him in effect?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Harry's a one-in-a-lifetime striker, done so well for club and country for many years. But like I keep saying, we got so many great players, and whenever we need to step in and help the country, I'm sure we're all willing and ready.
Hi, Dom. You had a great chance at the end of that Brazil friendly. I don't know if you remember. I just wonder what you remember of that opportunity that you had, and whether you've thought much about it and that chance to score for England.
Yeah, no, that would have topped off nicely. I think it was against Alisson as well, which was at Liverpool at the time, so it would have been great to score against him. But yeah, no, like you said, it would have been great. But now I'm still so happy to have that moment.
Just last one here, then, Mike. Do you want to get the microphone?
Thank you. At the Euros, some of the Ivan Toney and Ollie Watkins, they were sometimes in training, they were kind of defenders against Harry. I know it's only been a day, but have you been doing new kind of attacking form? Have you been working in attacking formations today, without Harry?
No, I think obviously coming straight to the camp after the weekend where we all played football, we haven't really had the opportunity to do much in training yet because we're still doing recovery too. So I'm sure over the next few days we'll work a bit more, but we haven't done too much yet.
And personally, I mean, if you are called upon to start, do you feel ready to take that challenge?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I've come a long way since the last time I was here, and yeah, I played a lot of football, a lot of experience, and I feel great and confidence right now. So yeah, if I'm called upon, I'll definitely be ready.
Okay, well, yeah, thanks for your time.
Thank you.